As Marcus Aurelius wisely noted, no one can hurt you without your consent. Pain begins the moment you accept it. In Stoicism, an event such as a rude remark is seen as objective, neither good nor bad inherently. It is our interpretation and the meaning we assign that either disturbs us or brings us peace. Marcus Aurelius further suggested in his Meditations that you always have the choice to withhold judgment. There's no need to let things beyond your control trouble your soul. Let them be. When will you stop choosing sadness or unhappiness? Stoics understand that our emotional reality is shaped by our choices and perceptions of the world. You can choose to see a personal setback as an unfair blow, leading to a sad and powerless state, or view it as a catalyst for growth, adopting a more empowering emotional state. This illustrates how the same event can lead to two entirely different experiences based on mental strength. Hence, Marcus Aurelius's rule is significant. You have control over your mind, not external events. Recognize this, and you will find strength. In this journey, we'll delve into Stoic insights from philosophers who believe that true emotional mastery involves transformation and understanding, not suppression. Lesson 1. The Art of Stoic Emotional Resilience. Why do emotions often seem to control us more than we control them? Stoics offer a compelling answer. It's not the emotions themselves, but our judgments about them that unsettle us. Marcus Aurelius remarked, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This core idea introduces us to Stoic emotional resilience. Stoics viewed emotions as products of our judgments, meaning we can recalibrate our responses to the world around us by shifting our perceptions. The first step is recognizing that our initial reaction to an event isn't the final word on our emotional response. How often do you react immediately without pause? Stoic practice involves a pause, a breath between the event and your reaction, enabling you to respond with rationality rather than impulse. Imagine handling life's challenges with a serene heart. This isn't an unreachable ideal, but a practical reality through disciplined Stoic thought. Consistent effort is required to manage the beliefs underlying your emotional responses. Have you examined what lies beneath your emotional reactions? Often, it's a deeply ingrained belief or judgment that can be scrutinized. Stoics teach us that by understanding the causes of our emotions, we can moderate their effects. How do you handle negative emotions currently? The Stoic method involves proactive engagement through cognitive distancing, viewing emotions from an outsider's perspective to reduce their intensity. Can you recall a time when a shift in perspective transformed a challenging situation? This essence of Stoic emotional resilience turns challenges into growth opportunities, making every emotional experience a lesson in self-awareness. What practices can you start today to master your emotions? Begin with journaling daily, noting instances where emotions overwhelmed you and exploring alternative perceptions. This develops a more rational response over time. Stoics didn't just theorize about emotional resilience, they lived it. By incorporating these practices into daily life, we too can experience the profound stability and contentment of Stoic emotional mastery. Lesson 2. Cultivating the Stoic mindset to manage anger. Why is anger often considered the most disruptive emotion? Stoics saw anger as a major obstacle to wisdom. Seneca described it as temporary madness that sets the soul on fire, leading to regrettable actions. To cultivate a Stoic mindset towards anger, one must first understand its roots and triggers. Anger usually arises from perceived injustice or unmet expectations. Stoics advise questioning the validity of our expectations and the justice we demand from the world. By realigning expectations with human nature and life's unpredictability, we reduce the frequency and intensity of anger. How can we apply Stoic principles to everyday irritations? One effective method is the premeditation of evils, a Stoic exercise visualizing potential annoyances beforehand. This mental rehearsal helps handle them with composure and rationality when they occur, reducing anger's impact. When anger arises, Stoics recommend the view from above, seeing oneself from an external perspective to recognize the transient nature of the incident. This broader view helps dilute the personal sting of grievances, promoting a calmer response. What practical steps can we take to manage anger? Immediate actions include deep breathing, counting to 10, or temporarily removing yourself from the situation. These techniques provide a buffer to engage rationally rather than reacting impulsively. Integrating these Stoic practices daily builds a strong defense against anger, enhancing relationships and overall well-being. Consistent practice makes the Stoic mindset towards anger a natural part of our character, leading to greater peace and resilience. Lesson 3. Embracing Stoic flexibility to overcome fear. Why do fears often hold us back from living fully? Stoics understand that fear arises from our perceptions of the unknown and our inability to control outcomes. To manage fear effectively, we must adopt Stoic flexibility, adjusting our attitudes and expectations to align with reality. Recognize that many feared things are either less severe than imagined or entirely out of our control. Fear usually comes from perceived threats to safety, comfort, or stability. The Stoic practice of distinguishing between what we can and cannot control helps mitigate irrational fears by focusing on our own actions and attitudes. How can we train ourselves to accept life's unpredictability? A Stoic technique is contemplating the impermanence of situations and our adaptability. This exercise reduces fear's intensity by normalizing change as a natural part of life. One practical approach to embracing flexibility is gradually exposing ourselves to fears in a controlled manner, aligning with modern exposure therapy. Reflecting on past successes and managing fear builds psychological resilience, reinforcing our capability to handle future uncertainties. Lesson 4. Mastering emotional responses with Stoic acceptance. Why do our reactions often escalate emotional turmoil? Stoicism teaches that it's not events, but our responses to them that cause distress. To master emotional reactions, we must cultivate Stoic acceptance, embracing whatever happens as part of a rational universe, and choosing our responses to mitigate emotional distress. Stoic acceptance begins with recognizing that many reactions are beyond our control. By focusing on what we can influence, our thoughts, perceptions, and actions, we gain empowerment. This internal focus is crucial for maintaining stability and is a core Stoic principle. How can we practice Stoic acceptance daily? One effective method is daily reflection, examining reactions to daily events each evening to identify patterns and improve future responses. Stoic philosophers like Epictetus emphasize distinguishing between our sphere of control and what lies outside it. Practicing this differentiation during calm moments prepares us to apply it effectively when challenges arise, making it easier to respond with reason. Techniques like pausing before reacting, deep breathing, and considering what a Stoic philosopher might do can help manage emotionally charged situations. Incorporating these practices leads to greater mastery over emotional reactions, turning Stoic acceptance into a way of life that enhances resilience and equips us to navigate challenges with grace. Lesson 5. The Stoic Path to Overcoming Envy. Why does envy consume so much emotional energy? Envy arises when we compare our lives unfavorably with others, feeling deprived or inferior. Stoics believed that focusing on external comparisons detracts from personal virtue and inner peace. To combat envy, refocus on self-improvement and contentment with your own journey. Stoic teachings emphasize concentrating on what's within our control, our thoughts, actions, and responses. By channeling energy into personal growth rather than comparisons, we reduce envy and appreciate our unique path, fostering fulfillment independent of others. How can we practically apply Stoic principles to diminish envy? One strategy is practicing gratitude. Reflecting regularly on what we're thankful for shifts focus from others' possessions to our own abundance. This not only reduces envy, but also enhances overall life satisfaction. Another approach is reflecting on the impermanence of external goods and status. Stoics remind us that wealth, fame, and possessions are temporary and don't lead to true happiness. Understanding this lessens envy's grip and redirects our pursuit towards more lasting goals. What role does self-awareness play in overcoming envy? Being mindful of envy triggers allows for a more rational confrontation of these feelings. When envy arises, engage in Stoic reflection to question its validity and usefulness, helping dissolve its power and strengthen emotional resilience. Integrating Stoic practices into our toolkit enables effective envy management and cultivates a life of contentment and gratitude, improving well-being and deepening relationships. Lesson 6. Stoic strategies for building patience. Why is patience often difficult to cultivate in a fast-paced world? Stoics believed impatience stems from unrealistic expectations and overestimating control over external events. To build patience, align expectations with the reality of nature and human behavior, acknowledging that many outcomes are beyond our direct control. According to Stoic philosophy, patience reflects deep wisdom and understanding, involving recognition of life's natural flow and our limited role in it. Embracing this perspective reduces frustration and fosters harmony with time's passage. How can we practice Stoic patience in everyday interactions? One approach is consciously slowing down responses, especially in stressful situations. Taking a moment to pause helps us respond more thoughtfully, considering Stoic principles of acceptance before acting. Another method is regular meditation or reflection on the impermanence of frustrations.